Check this out. This thing is so whipped. So I didn't even realize it until a couple weeks ago when I put the new tire on. Just put a new S21 on the rear of this thing a couple weeks ago. I knew the chain was getting bad, but I had no idea it was this bad. It's just horrible. You can stretch it and bend it in so many ways that it should not be able to stretch and bend. A sure sign of it was I had to adjust it after every ride. That's pretty much your final warning. It's time to get rid of it or it's going to really do some damage. So it's time to cut this thing off of here. Now before I cut this off, I want to know how many links are in the chain. And you can check online, you can check the specs of the bike, whatever, but you want to know what is on this chain, on this bike right now. So mark one link, rotate the chain, and count them all. This one is running a stock length chain at 108 links. Now some chain breaking tools are going to claim to be able to press that link out without cutting the head off first. And I'm sure some of them can. The tool I have claims that it can up to a 520 chain, but it did not work out too well when I tried it on a 520 chain, so cut them off. Now, if you got a die grinder or a regular electric grinder, you can just cut the damn thing right off, but you know, we've got the tools, so why not use it? That's a Motion Pro chain breaker and riveter. I'll put a link in the description for it. I've done another video showing how to cut a chain off. I think it was on my ZX-12. You can check that out too if you want to know exactly how to use this tool. There's the pin. Yeah, this chain, you can push and pull it and you can feel the pins flexing. That is not good. Now here I've got a new EK ZVX3 chain. I've had really good luck with DID, but I've also had good luck with EK, so I decided to go back to EK because this one actually has a little bit better tensile strength than the DID I was running, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Now this one comes in a length of 120 links, and I only need 108, so I got to trim this one down. Alright, we've got her trimmed down to size. Now we just got to feed the new one up on there. Now that looks a lot better. Now we just gotta assemble our master link, get this thing riveted up. Now before you go too crazy crushing that link down on there, you don't want to squeeze it too tight. You want to have it just the same as all the other links. The best way to do that is to measure a known good link and make sure yours turns out exactly the same. Alright, we are spot on. This link is exactly as wide as every other link. So now, just gotta rivet those pins so the plate can never back off. You know, I really gotta say too that this tool, it's one of those things that you use so seldom, it's hard to justify buying it. But once you have it, man, it's so handy. I know there's a lot of, old school ways that you can do all this without a specific tool, but it's just so much easier this way. Again, if you just want to be certain that you've got it riveted on good, measure the original pin. It's about 5 millimeters. Measure the one you've riveted. It doesn't need to be much bigger. It just needs to prevent that plate from slipping back off. Now I just got to get this chain adjusted and maybe go get this tire broken. This thing hasn't seen pavement in forever. Guys, be sure to head down to the comment section and remind me of all the terrible things that I did wrong during this process. And of course how I'm probably going to die because I didn't replace these perfectly good sprockets at the same time, right? Anyway, check out the links in the description and thanks for watching.